Hello guys, today I want to share a very important topic and issue with you all. You know, it is about technology, right? When it comes to technology in Africa, specifically Ghana, we are far behind. You can still go to some of these inner villages and you find basic school pupils who haven't seen a computer before. The last time I watched a video where a kid, a school kid, was running away when they were trying to, show a computer to them. Like one of them was crying. It was funny, but that is the sad reality. I think when we want to match the other parts of the world when it comes to technology, we have to tackle some of these things from the root. We have to do that from the root. And so, I want to encourage and I want to, reach out to my fellow graduates, graduates like me. We should try to go into some of these places, and do innovative stuff. Some of you have the ability. I mean, IT students, right? IT graduates. Some of you have the ability to program. Some of you have the ability to design softwares, to design systems that can help. I think we should start, by creating systems that will tackle our roots problems when it comes to, technology in Africa. We should stop, at least for now, we should stop trying to be like the other parts of the world, trying to compete with them. Let's start by tackling our own indigenous problems, right? I don't know if I'm using the right words, but I am just trying to say that let's try to solve African problems with the technology first. Because where the world has gotten to, we are behind time. If you want to match that kind of energy, it is going to take us like 10 years or so to be able to directly match the other parts of the world when it comes to technology. What do we do? What do we produce? I mean, people try to, manufacture cars and then they just do something. It is innovative, but it is not helpful enough if we don't come up with a finished product that is actually helping. Let's start with the small things. Some of you, I'm still talking about the IT graduates. This thing is for everybody, every graduate, every field of study, okay? But I am dedicating today's video specifically to the IT graduates and IT students. I know there are no jobs, but let's try to be innovative. Let's try to tackle, our root problems. Let's design solutions for African problems, basic problems. Some of you can even program systems that will help agriculture. You can design softwares that will help, the farmer in the village. Let's start with that. And then when we get to that point where we can compete with the other parts of the world, then we know we have our own projects, our own specific, unique projects that we can use to compete the other parts of the world. Okay, I think it will help that way. I'm not saying that we are not doing anything when it comes to technology, but I'm just saying that we are not yet at that level to compete with them. And therefore, what we can do is that those of us that have the knowledge right now, let us channel that energy into solving basic problems, right? When we do that, we improve, and then we go and extend that knowledge that we have to the younger generations as well. Because when you want to solve any problem, you have to tackle it from the roots. When you are up there, you are solving things, the younger generation doesn't know about that. But when you go, you share the idea. Let's say, for instance, I go to a village school using my own personal computer. I tell them that, hey, this is a computer. This is a form of a computer called laptop. This is a type of a computer. This one is called a laptop. There are many of these students that will see a laptop for the very first time that day that I will do that exercise. Okay, so they get, their minds open. Some of them can even decide from that day that, hey, I like this thing that I have seen. I want to use it to solve a problem. I have developed this passion. Some of them will even start to develop that love for that. And so when they grow up, picking a field in technology becomes easy. It's not like they don't know about it. They already know about it. You get the whole point. So let's try to do certain things like that. It cuts across, it's not just like for IT graduates and IT students. Okay, it cuts across. Somebody studying business, you can go talk to a farmer who doesn't know about business. Sometimes they farm, they get this money, they don't even know how to save. Some of them, they don't even have banks in their villages, right? And so you can go and say that instead of using your money, putting it in a hole, you can go, you can do this and that. I am just saying that before we can solve African problems, let's go and tackle it from the roots, and then we can elevate. I think it will help a lot. Thank you very much for listening and for staying with me on this one. Thank you.